Hello, Aries. How are you? This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. Thank you guys so much for being here and for tuning in. This is your bonus reading for the first half of January, but it is timeless. So, really, whenever you're guided to tune in and watch, and if the messages resonate with you, fantastic. And if it doesn't, just release what does not resonate. Okay, guys? And if you are interested in a personal private reading from me, all of that information is down below in the description box. I will also have a list of all of the card decks that I do feature for my readings, Aries. And what I have in front of me are a couple of card decks that I wanted to use for this reading to bring forward any focus messages. And I really wanted to start off the new year with an Angels of Abundance message, and then we'll pull some additional messages from this deck, which is the Whispers of Healing, Aries. Okay, so let's get started. Let's take a look and see what needs to come forward at this time. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries, for this general bonus reading. Let's take a look and see, Aries, what needs to come forward from the Angels of Abundance. Let's grab one card from this deck, guided to this one. Dreams of Abundance. This is a similar card. Actually, I pulled this actual card for another one of the signs. I don't recall which one though, but it's a beautiful message. And it says, as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dream in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Okay, so if you have particular dreams that you've had, and maybe it's focused on a particular goal that you've been wanting to manifest, pay attention to those dreams because you might just actually manifest it in reality. Okay, guys, so we're into a brand new year. This is a perfect time to welcome those dreams of abundance into your life. All right, guys, so let's add to this with an additional focus message from the Whispers of Healing, and then we'll go ahead and see what the rest of this reading will bring forward for you, Aries, as well as cross watchers and anybody who's been guided to tune in today. Let's take a look. Acceptance. There's a lot of synchronicities here because I've only done, I think you guys are like the sixth sign that I have done a bonus reading for the first half of January. And I believe those were the exact two cards that came through for that particular sign. I'm going to have to go back to my videos and see which one that is. If you happen to be a cross watcher, you might run across that. But there's a need for acceptance here in your life, Aries. And of course, that's different for every person tuning in. And sometimes when we accept something, it allows us to heal and move forward. Okay, so let's take a look and see if these two focus messages play a part in this reading. Let's take a look at that. So angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. What messages need to come through for this bonus reading? I don't remember if I said it was general, but if it resonates with you, fantastic. If it doesn't, release what does not. All right, guys. Let's take a look. All right, Aries. Tribe. This is all about family, friends, people that you can rely on. This is a part of your support system. We have vibrations followed by soulmate and a fresh start. Wow, what a beautiful progression of cards right there. So I feel here, Aries, that you and your soulmate, somebody that is coming forward as your soulmate, if you guys are going through challenges, if you're not together at this time, there is a brand new beginning that's coming through here. You guys are still feeling each other. Your energies, your vibrations are coming through here. So even though you're not with this person at this time, if you're resonating with that, you can still feel them energetically. So more than likely, you guys are connecting in the 5D at this time. You also may have shared a family together. That applies to some of you. And if you have children together, and if this separated the family somehow, it is telling us at this time that you can start over. There are certain aspects of the connection that's tied into this acceptance, I feel. And when we accept things, that's what opens up the opportunity to bring forward growth. And that's resonating with this fresh start message. We do have summer coming through here. So something of significance could happen between the two of you during the summer months. Someone's birthday could be during the summer. You guys may have gotten together during summertime. However way the summer season is represented in your situation, Aries. And this, to me, also ties into the energy of the sun from the traditional tarot deck. And of course, the sun card is a beautiful card. It is bringing forward a lot of happy energies. So we'll see how the rest of the cards come through and see if it ties into the energy of the sun. We do have that bound card, okay? That bound card is tied into very similar energies as the devil card in traditional tarot. It is Capricorn energy. So for some of you, if you're thinking of a Capricorn, it might be relating to that person. This is stagnant energy, however. This is someone who might feel trapped in a situation. It's coming forward with bondage, restriction. There is some sort of broken link between the two of you, and that certainly makes sense if you guys are not together at this time. But I do feel eventually, again, possibly during the summer months of this year, and I know that that's a long time from now, but it is being indicated here. So that's potentially when you guys are able to fix things between the two of you. It might take that much time. But if you are willing to wait it out, if you're willing to work on this partnership, there can be growth here once again. Part of the energy too of the devil is for people who are in separation, they're still thinking about you, Aries. The love is still there, but they perhaps feel as though they may have lost you, and that they're really struggling accepting that. And we go back to that acceptance card, but they want to start over. They really want to start over. And part of this bound energy could be because you guys shared a family together. You know, it's not so easy to just walk away, because there are other people involved here. It's not just the two of you. Okay, that doesn't apply to everyone, but it does apply to some. And here we are. There's that fifth dimension, and it's falling right below the vibrations card. So I do feel, and I already picked up, that that's where you guys are connecting at this time. You're being guided towards a particular path here. And remember how I was talking about the sun's energy? Okay, that light for me and that particular photo for me ties into very similar energies with the sun card. Okay, it does represent the light, especially when there's darkness that's looming over a connection. This represents the light, so it's falling right below soulmate. So I really do feel here that you and your soulmate, Aries, are being guided towards a particular path that will bring you guys back together. The next card here is nostalgia. So they're still thinking about you. They're still missing you. They still care for you. They still love you, and they want to start over. It's falling right below fresh start. Okay. We do have the conclusion card coming through here. This has been coming through so much for this first half of the month bonus readings, but there is a key here. So even though something may have come to an end, you have the opportunity to use that key to unlock a new door, a new beginning, a fresh start. Somebody has to take action to make that happen, and maybe it falls on you, Aries, to do that. Or maybe you feel that it's the other person, your soulmate, who should take action. And look here. Here we are again with the family. Very similar energies with these cards. The tribe, family, it's all represented here. That could also be friends, who might as well be family, who are a huge part of your life. There is an offer that is going to be coming in. It's falling right below soulmate and guide. So I feel here your soulmate, Aries, is being guided back to you. They may have an offer coming in. For some of you, it could very well be a proposal of marriage, or just an offer to just start talking again, an offer to come back together, an offer to start communicating once again. Whoever is feeling nostalgic and wants a new beginning with you, Aries, they're still checking you out. They're watching you. More than likely on social media, they're keeping an eye on you. And look at this. The answer is yes. Even though something has ended, as I mentioned, somebody wants to begin again. It's like, yes, I want to start over. You know, that type of thing. That type of energy is what I'm picking up from that. Now, for some of you, you guys are probably sick and tired of seeing this card, but this is applying for some of my Aries viewers. There was a third party. Someone abandoned that connection, or someone abandoned this soulmate connection as a result of that third party. And someone's heart was broken as a result of that. That's very much tied in for me. Very similar to the Three of Swords. Communication. Threes are all about communication in tarot. And I feel here that right now you guys might not be communicating. But give it some time, and I feel that you will hear from this person. Aries, right now, they're just keeping their distance, but they are watching you from a distance, though. Again, more than likely, either on Facebook or wherever. Instagram, Twitter, wherever the case may be. They're watching you. Wondering what you're up to. If you even think about them, if you miss them, but they definitely still are thinking of you. Coming forward, still devoted to you, still wanting you, still loving you. All right, so let's add to this with some tarot. Let's see what else needs to come through here for you, Aries. Angels and spirit guides for Aries for this bonus reading. What else do we need to know at this time? Please bring it forward. What else do we need to know at this time for Aries? All right, guys, let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here for Aries, please. What else do we need to know? Yeah, see? Three of Swords, heartache. And I already mentioned that with that separation card. Because the Three of Swords is heartbreak over a separation. Somebody is grieving the loss of this relationship. Whether it's you, Aries, whether it's someone who's coming forward as your soulmate. Their heart is broken, or your heart is broken. We do have a Knight of Swords that's coming in. It could be your soulmate, decisive action, finally deciding that they want to come towards you. You know, we do have this action card that is being represented right there. Could be an air sign, okay? That is part of the Swords energy, so Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini for some of you. We've got two swords right next to each other. And then we've got the Five of Cups coming through here. So that is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Five of Cups can be a little bit challenging because it's about loss, regret, bereavement. It's all about those old wounds that need to heal. It's about healing this broken heart. And I feel that could be tied into why it might take half of this year to heal that broken heart, because it was painful. If you guys can get onto the same page with that Three of Pentacles, since it is all about collaboration, that is Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus for some of you. You guys have to work as a team. If you want to make this work, Aries, then you guys have to meet each other halfway. Work as a team, and you can overcome whatever challenges this third party situation brought into this relationship. I also have the Queen of Swords coming through here. So for some of my divine feminines, you certainly have the capability to cut someone out of your life if you're no longer wanting them in it. And I feel some of you have cut this third party out of your life. The Queen of Swords is more air. Sharp and assertive queen. We also have the World coming in here. A cycle needs to come to completion. Some situation, some aspect of this connection needs closure, and I feel that's tied into the third party here. And third parties don't have to always be people. They can be situations, they could be somebody who's just been throwing their energies into their job and they just don't have time to spend with you. It could be so many other elements that drive a wedge between two people. It could be financial problems. It could be communication problems. It doesn't just have to be infidelity and cheating all the time, okay? But with that World energy, there is a cycle that needs to come to completion. But there is success tied into that as well. There is triumph and peace that is tied into that. Liberation, fulfillment, and acceptance. Some of you might be thinking of changing jobs, trying to find a different place to live. It is a brand new year, so if that's what you're thinking of doing, I feel that you will be very successful in that. This has very happy energies tied to it as well, Aries. In regard to your love life, it gives you the opportunity as well to start again. Two people that want to start over, but this time around you guys are much stronger than how you were before, because there is growth there. You've worked on yourselves so that you can come together as two better people. For some of you, we do have the Four of Cups, a missed opportunity, especially if somebody's being really stubborn and not wanting to communicate and just wanting a situation to come to completion without working on it. And if it's a soulmate connection that you're walking away from, it could come forward as a missed opportunity here, Aries. That is more water energy there, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We also have the Justice card coming through. There is a soul contract here, guys. You know, we already have the Soulmate card that's being represented there. For some of you, it could be a Libra that you're thinking about for this reading. But there is a need for honesty. The Justice card brings forward fairness, and maybe this is what needed to happen in this situation to be able to see things from the other person's perspective, to see things from both sides, to weigh things up. There's a definite need for balance and harmony in this situation here. And I feel that this third party really created an out of balance energy between the two of you. Part of the energy of the Justice card as well is the need to make a decision to move forward. But there's changes that need to happen here. That's just a part of the energy that the Justice card brings forward in order to create balance in a situation once again. And if you guys can actually take responsibility for your own role in what drove a wedge between the two of you, whether it was a person, whether it was some outside influences or interference that drove a wedge between the two of you, then you need to each take responsibility for your actions. That will help you guys to heal and move forward and come back together. There's a potential. But, you know, it's so important that, this acceptance card did come forward. Because with acceptance comes healing and the opportunity to create a different outcome and a different future in a situation and a relationship. We also have the Queen of Wands coming through here. So for some of my divine feminines, you could either come forward as the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Wands. This is very fiery energy. Some of you coming forward with very confident and magnetic vibrations. Very fiery in energy. And if you look at this Soulmate card, you know, there's that fiery background to it. So for those of you resonating with that Soulmate card, and if you happen to be a fire sign, it might be tied into that for you, Aries. The person that you might be thinking about could be a fire sign. We also have the Hangman coming through here. The Hangman brings forward a new perspective, and it is tied into more water energy. So we have quite a bit of water coming through here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces once again. This is all about suspension and surrender, self-sacrifice, letting go, having faith. And as this card states, it gives you a new perspective. And as I mentioned earlier, having the opportunity to see things from the other person's point of view, and that's crucial here. That as well will continue towards the healing process that needs to happen here between the two of you, Aries. But you guys can actually make this work, I feel. You got to release what does not serve you in order to make more room to receive. And that's a part of this fresh start. There's a period of transition that's happening here. Healing, leaving the past behind, problems resolved. That's all tied into the Hangman. And then we've got the Fool card coming in. There you are. With that new beginning, it comes full circle. We got a fresh start. We've got the Fool coming in with a new beginning, taking that leap of faith, facing your fears and going forward anyway, Aries. Part of the energy as well of the Fool card is tied into air energy. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. But yeah, this is very positive in its vibrations. Positive things are happening here in your life and in regard to this relationship, Aries. You got to trust your own feelings, your gut, your instincts. That's all tied into that Fool card. That leap of faith, it's crucial here. Okay? So let's add to this. Let me set these guys aside so we have more room. Let's add to this with some romance angels, and let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here for you, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries, for this bonus reading. What else needs to come through here at this time? What else needs to come forward at this time in love and romance? What else needs to come forward? Clearly, we have a soulmate bond coming through here. Keep an open mind, okay? Another reference to soulmates. And this message reads, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. And maybe, Aries, when you met this person, it caught you off guard, especially if they are just unlike anybody else that you've ever been attracted to or were interested in. You guys may certainly come from different backgrounds, be of different ethnicities, different religions. This person might even have different features aside from what you're normally attracted to, but they are coming forward as your soulmate. We do have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This bound card is tied into the devil energy, and the devil is tied into addictions. So this might be, for some of you guys, a part of the problem of what this third party represents. Part of that interference for some of you might have something to do with codependency. So if it's not tied into an outside third party individual that created problems for your relationship, then it might be tied into somebody dealing with some codependent issues here. But there is a lot of chemistry between the two of you. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Now, it's interesting to note, we have the unrequited love card coming through. That could certainly be tied into that third party. Someone who had a change of heart, somebody who thought the grass was greener on the other side, and it ended up not being the case at all. And this particular card reads, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Okay? And it could have certainly been my Queen of Swords, if you happen to be divine feminine, who cut this third party out. Ready for a new beginning, a fresh start with your soulmate. And look at this next card. Here we go again. That is the third reference to soulmate in this reading. Okay, so I do feel here that there is a potential that you and your soulmate, Aries, can work this out and can come back together. This is the next card, heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And I feel by just being able to have the opportunity to come face to face, talk about the issues, deal with it, heal from it, so that you guys can move forward out of the 5D and into the 3D. Heart-to-heart conversations is what's going to help you achieve that. All right, guys, so let's continue. I really wanted to grab some dialogue messages from the Messages of Love Oracle Cards deck by All Things Intuitive. And let's go ahead and focus on your person, Aries, whoever it is that you're thinking about for this reading. What is it that they would want to say to you, and or what is it that you would want to say to this individual? We'll pull a few messages from this deck, and it's totally up to you, whichever ones you resonate with. So let's take a look at that. What needs to come through? Who needs to speak up here? So angels and spirit guides for Aries. Who needs to speak up here? Okay, there is a warning that's coming forward. Don't dismiss the red flags here. Because ultimately, you guys had challenges. That's what drove a wedge between the two of you. So whatever red flags are coming forward, if it's tied into codependency for some of you, third-party situations for others, pay attention to these warning signs so that you can fix what needs to be addressed and repair your relationship, work on it, and welcome in the growth of the new beginning and fresh start that wants to come in for you and your soulmate. For some of you guys, we've got the friendship card coming forward here. This friendship is leading to more. This could be a new connection for some of you who just started seeing somebody. You guys might be friends at this point, but it's clearly turning into something more. We also have awakening coming through. Both people in this connection are undergoing spiritual transformations. I believe it. It's a part of the healing process. It's a part of welcoming in the growth that is possible between the two of you. We also have new love coming in, a new love, okay, or recommitment to love is developing. So it really depends on where you're at on this journey. Intuition coming in for some of you. You already know the answer you seek. Follow your gut. What's it telling you? We have healing. Old wounds. Second reference to old wounds. Interesting how it mentions childhood issues need revisiting. So remember, we had the Five of Cups that came through earlier, and it's talking about those old wounds. So maybe for some of you, part of this healing that needs to happen could be tied into when you were younger. And again, if you had experienced something painful growing up, that's a potential here. Old wounds, childhood issues need revisiting. Okay, so that's what I've got for you from the dialogue messages from that deck. Let's go ahead and add to this Aries with some Lovers Oracle, and let's take a look and see what else needs to come through. Angels and Spirit Guides for Aries for this bonus reading. What else do we need to know at this time? What else needs to come forward? All right, we've got that card, the Embrace card. Let's grab this bottom of the deck. All right, first message, it says wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course, especially for those who are in new connections, who are in friendships that are turning into something deeper. For some of you guys, realizing that you and this person have a lot of chemistry. Maybe you already see them as a potential soulmate. Take your time, take your time getting to know someone. And for those who are going through challenges at this time, it's going to take time for that to come to fruition as well. So as this card states, just wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. We also have Embrace coming through. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. And I feel, Aries, that when you're not with this person, you guys are connecting in the fifth dimension. For those who are in separation, you do feel as though a piece of your heart is missing. And they, I feel, are on the same boat, like you guys feel the same. You're both feeling very nostalgic here. And there's someone out there who's keeping an eye on you still, Aries. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but it's coming through in this reading. Next message. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. For me, that's tied into the need for compromise and being able to meet each other halfway, meet in the middle, and so that you guys can work on this together. One person can't be coming forward with the desire more than the other. You guys have to both want it equally. All right, let's add to this with some signs from Spirit. Love Oracle. Angels and Spirit Guides for Aries, please. What else do we need to know at this time for Aries? Please bring it forward at this time. What else do we need to know? Let's take a look and see. What else? We have eyes revealing. Okay, so somebody is finally gaining some clarity over this situation, whether it is you, Aries, whether it is your soulmate, or both of you finally being able to see clearly as to what it is that you need to do to come back together, to fix what's been broken, to heal, to mend a situation, to get rid of a third party. Those eyes are going to help you see the truth of what it is that you need to do at this point. A situation that finally sees clearly. We have apron and service coming through here. This, I feel, is tied into those of you who may be looking for a job, or perhaps you just recently got a job, and it might, of course, be in the food industry if that's something that you're relating to, or you are in a position where you have to wear an apron at work, something along those lines, and it's a brand new year. And if you've been struggling financially, perhaps things are finally turning around, especially if you are now employed. So it's a blessing. We also have ivy, which ties into the energy of clinging. And I can't help but tap into the vibrations here that it's this person who can't stop keeping an eye on you. They're still holding on to you somehow. Aries, even though you guys are not together, I'm feeling they're still clinging onto the hope that perhaps someday you guys can work this out and come back together. And I feel that there's a really good possibility that you can work that out. We do have that spider, that weave, that for me is tied into the third party situation. And this particular one is tied into those who have cheated on a partner. It does tie into lies and dishonesty, infidelity, that type of thing. Okay, so in that sense, that third party is exactly what it refers to, but it doesn't apply to everybody. All right, guys, so let's grab some healing messages to close this out. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. Some final thoughts, please, for this bonus reading. All right, guys, let's go ahead and see some final thoughts. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. But I feel if you guys can just meet each other halfway, you guys can potentially work this out if that's what you're wanting. Oh my gosh. Let me grab that. Whoa. Do you see these two cards? Miracles and romance. So either a miracle is coming for you to fix a situation with someone who's coming forward as your soulmate, Aries, and perhaps you feel at this point that it's a situation that you can't fix. Maybe that's not the case. You've got a miracle that's on the way. For those of you who are just choosing to go your own way, and perhaps you have met someone and you just entered into a new connection with somebody, because you do have new love coming through here, as well as friendship for some of you. So I feel there's a new connection that's tied into this. And here's your romance. So it could be a very romantic year for some of you guys, okay? But you've got miracles on the way. And there is a definite need for balance in your life this year, Aries. And if you feel out of balance in whatever area of your life, and of course, it's different for everybody tuning in. It could be for some of you tied into your finances, your need for a job, where you live, your family, your romantic life, of course, whatever is out of balance. It's telling you that you have the capability to regain that balance in your life. You just need to take action and come up with perhaps a list that could help you figure out how to regain that balance in whatever area of your life needs it at this time. All right, guys, so that's what I have for you this time around, Aries, for this reading. Whatever part of this reading resonated with you at this time, I do hope that it offered you some clarity. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I will be back very soon, guys, with more readings for you. Thank you so very much for tuning in, for spending this time with me, and I wish you all the best. See you next time. Bye-bye.